Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going for win number 10, and honestly, they've been easy breezy. Beautiful. Cover girl. You're gonna start me, hold up. You're gonna start me with an uncharged Eden Soul. That's how we do things in 2017, I suppose. They start you with an item. 200 items in the game start fully charged. Eden Soul? Can't give you a freebie on that one, NL. Sorry. QCRWBW9S. Damage is good. Rate of fire is good. Speed is fine. HP is bad. So that's what this item does. HP is bad, but as long as we don't lose the Spirit Heart, it's fine for now. Give me battery charges. So the thing with Eden Soul is that in spite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. I didn't think that was supposed to fully charge it, actually. But I guess I was just mistaken. We should probably pop this on a deal with the devil, because I think it gives you items that are unique to the pool in which you use it. So, assuming we don't get a spacebar item that actually makes us want to pick it up on this floor, we'll probably just try to pop Eden's Soul. Thoughts arrive like butterflies. On the first floor, deal with the devil, and then we could actually get deal with the devil items without having precedent and without spending HP. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, or two birds with one stone. Yeah, kill two birds with a double-edged sword. That's what I always said. And then, so the basic idea is that we could get angel items while also, how is this? It spends a coin, but then if you kill them while they're coined up, you get more coins. It turns one coin into 3 coins sometimes. If in the, it's strange, new but strange. Like that one bums me out because I spent the coin, but I didn't get the coin back, even though you got coined. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Basically, as long as we're alive by the time we get to our second floor deal with the devil, I think we got a great chance at success. I am gonna go to our shop. Honestly, with the stats that we have, there's no reason for me to have taken dumb damage. That's 100% sincere and genuine. I just want the coin, though. There's no reason for us to have taken so much damage on this floor. It's just careless. I don't want to say silly, because that implies that it's not, you know, potentially going to ruin our run here, but it is careless. Jeez, okay, well. I guess we'll go for the card. Ancient Recall. It's 3 cards, right? So we get Justice, which gave me half a Spirit Heart. I feel very, very good about that. Chariot card. Judgment. Throw down the Judgment. It's a regular old Judgment. Meet the new Judgment. Same as the old Judgment. So I think I'm going to buy this bomb, and I'm going to blow up the Judgment and the reroll machine. Yeah, okay. So hear me out here. Now I think we're going to take Dim Bulb, and then we're going to use Eden Soul. We got Pay to Play, which is garbage, but allows me to buy a Spirit Heart, and Little Baggy, which is actually actively terrible at said jests. I don't know why I can't say that word. So, okay, I deviated from my original plan to get deal with the devil items, and it did not work out fantastically. But I did get Spirit Hearts out of that, so I'm not going to say, like, we won in the end, because we really didn't. Do these tiers, like, sometimes explode? Because if we get coin tiers... There goes my last coin. If we had coin tiers that exploded, I'd be trying to shoot them at the Tinted Rock, but I guess they only explode in some circumstances or something. Either way, the situation is actually, like, completely okay. It's just a bit of a whiff on the use of Eden Soul, for sure. But it might have allowed us to live, so, you know, time will tell on that one. Now we need a spacebar item, and it's okay if it's a bad one. The damage up is fine. Not necessarily 10 out of 10, but it's kind of what we needed. Is just something decent. Full health obviously does nothing for us, like, as well here, but it's okay. We actually have, like, everything is fine on this run. I know that fine is a 4-letter word, you know? People hear fine and they go, what's wrong? But no, like this, it fits the dictionary definition. Nothing is standout right now. Eden's soul, I bit my tongue there. Eden's soul was standout. And we squandered it for short-term survival, which I'm actually completely okay with. But it's not a stellar run as of yet. And it has a little bit less potential to be stellar because we got rid of the stellar engine, but we can still make this. Oh, we can still make this work, no doubt. Just give me a bomb. High squandering of the situation there. Now we've lost all our spirit hearts. I'm a little rusty for some reason. I don't know why I've been playing careless here. Just hold it together. It's not what we're looking for. Not what we're looking for necessarily, but still interesting. Okay, $3 bill. This is an interesting one. $3 bill could kill us. Or it could give us life. And Guppy's head is a wonderful dim bulb enabler. So obviously I would like to get it. Okay. So it's a huge stats up almost all the time. Then we just want enough money to make our shop pay out for us. We only need a penny to get into it because of the because of pay to play. But to be honest with you, I probably deserve to be dead on this run. And I feel pretty fortunate that we haven't really been punished. No, we don't want that. I mean, obviously we don't want that. Instead, we find ourselves on 1 HP, admittedly, but otherwise in, like, a real good spot. So, just hoping to be able to guide this one towards the goalpost. If we find the shop, which we just have, pay a penny to get in, buy a spirit heart. This time, radical thought, don't just throw it away for no reason. Okay, probably not going to get a spirit heart here, it's quite clear, but grab the luck upgrades at least. I don't know, do you go for the pill? No. Infested's fine, but not what we're looking for. There is, I can't remember if there was a tinted rock. There was a tinted rock back here, yeah. We can also maybe use it there to get more consumables than we spend, but just watch out for spikes here. That's the dangerous part. This should be great. 2 spirit hearts and a trinket that we can't use, but hey, I'm happy to have it nonetheless. This now, again, we're living proof that, like, the world is not fair. I'm playing pretty poorly and being rewarded for it, but it does happen the other way sometimes. As often, I don't know, but sometimes it does happen the other way. Just try to take some solace in that fact, at least. Okay. Now, the only thing that could make public opinion turn more about this run in Isaac right now is if I were to get, like, a full Guppy transformation right now. So let's make that happen, just to fulfill, you know, the evil that we mean to become. We got Dark Bum instead, which is also very, very good. So we should be completely fine now, which is good because we can get involved in some Zane. What kind of Zane? What do we want to talk about? I don't know. What's in the news today? Did you hear this one? Did you hear this one? I don't know. I think that's supposed to be Jay Leno. Did you hear this one on the news the other day? People even know. It's me, Jay Leno, from the Second World War. Extree, battle on Passchendaele. That's the First World War. And also a voice that hurts a great deal. A great Passchendaele. Not funny. No, it probably funny if you did it properly. We're past the point where you can at least crack a joke about the First World War, right? It's been over 100 years. The moratorium's over. I'm not saying the First World War is funny, if anything. You know, I think it's underappreciated or people are ignorant about it, despite the fact that it might have, like, shaped the present world more than any other war in recent history. I know you're going to say, what about World War II? Oh, thanks for reminding me. I forgot about that one. No. You know, the First World War it set the tone of the 20th century, you know? United States, United States, you know, you saw the movie, The United States, about the First World War? No, the United States emerged as a world power that's been, obviously a force to be reckoned with on a global scale ever since, and I don't know, other consequences. See me after class. Have you been paying attention? Mr. Letourneau? Wake up, Mr. West. No, I don't know where I'm going with this one. It's an irrelevant bit. Anyway, we're cranking on Spirit Hearts here, so we're safe to go. If I could just get you to fudge off for a flippin' second, dude. I hate when these enemies deflect bullets. It's unfair and unacceptable. We're really running low on bombs on this run. I also am a little confused about, like... Oh, that is very nice, thank you. A little confused about the financial situation that we find ourselves in. Like, I can't tell yet. I can guess, but I can't tell yet whether the coin that we got is a net gain or loss of money. I think it's intended to be a net gain, without a doubt. I just don't know if it has been so far. Because we're sometimes creating coins, but quite often it seems, in fact, it seems almost as often, we're just losing coins to the ether and never having a chance to get them back. We should probably buy a 7-cent mom's purse. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, this run is... It's kind of running away with it right now. We lose money every time we get hit or something? I'm not totally sure. BOGO bombs is the other item, so we just don't really care. And we don't want the 9-volt either, because dim bulb is actually substantially better in this state. Why? Oh, I was like, why are our stats changing room to room? I'll tell you 100%. It's a $3 bill. It should be like the disclaimer whenever your stats change. It's like, $3 bill may make these look unpredictable. See, that's a coin lost to the ether for no benefit there. Strange item. Not bad. Not bad, just strange. As we head down here. I'm revealing the size of the backlog, I think, at this point, which a lot of people seem to think is like some kind of cardinal sin. They're like, look at this guy works hard in advance. The backlog is not always 100% of a good thing. You know, it's good to have timely commentary, but, I mean, it's also good to respond to feedback. But Isaac, of all the series, Isaac is in a place where the backlog makes the most sense. People value the consistency of the Isaac episodes, and at this point, whatever there's left to learn in the game, how much is it going to improve my play? You know, 1%? Maybe? There's still some things to learn. I'm not saying I'm infallible here, but... You know, it's not like I'm going to Isaac class and I'm having epiphanies every day. But anyway, I'm dating the episode to some extent. But E3 finished yesterday, or 2 days ago. We did our best of E3 show at Roundtable, the podcast that I'm on today. It was a fun show, thinking back to all the stuff that was announced, or at least that they showed footage of that's going to come out this year. It was also, I can't believe I didn't get hit there. It was nice to remind myself of, like, some of the stuff that I saw that I'm excited for. Like, when we were doing the game of the show stuff, I was like, well, I don't know if anything there really interested me that much. And then I was like, wait a minute, they announced a Monster Hunter for PC. Oh, Lord. And then also, you got something for me? Just spiders. Also, dude, I'm so stoked. Genuinely. I don't feel hype. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm a highly evolved being. People were roasting me during the podcast in chat, but, you know, I would like, I don't know, I don't think that game looks that good. It's just a vertical slice. It's not necessarily representative of the quality of the game, blah, blah, blah. And I get that it's a show that people watch to get excited, but, like, everything I saw, I was like, this is a trailer, this is a trailer, this is a trailer. Like, I don't get that excited for trailers. For video games, at least. Because they can be misleading. They're not always. And if you want to get excited, don't let me rain on your parade. But I'm like, I want to see how it is when it comes out. Which, of course, everybody does. But yeah, dude, I forgot. First off, Monster Hunter on PC, please be good. I will play. The only thing stopping me from spending like 100 hours in every Monster Hunter is that I don't like holding the 3DS that long. I should have taken the HP in here. What are you trying to pull? We have 1 HP. We have 2 HP now. So I'm gonna give you 3 of these. And then you're gonna give me that, and I'm gonna full health. You get the coin purse. I'm just gonna take this because I don't want you to give me a telepills. It's not that I think the 3DS is a bad system. Far from it. got a lot of exploring left to do here. I think the 3DS is a great system with a good library. I just find it uncomfortable to hold in my hands. I am not anti-Nintendo, at least not as much as I used to be, and I'm very excited about the upcoming Switch lineup. So don't slander me, okay? But yeah, a Monster Hunter I can play sitting in my chair or, you know, on PS4 or Xbox One on the couch, looking at a television instead of a little tiny screen. Very positive, in my opinion. What do you take here? Like, whoever wins, we lose. I'm getting out of this floor. We don't have the money anyway to make our shop work for us. But the big thing for me is, like, Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, comes out in like 3 months. I think it comes out in September. And that game looks mad silly, which is the perfect tone for them to have in a game where you got orcs showing up like, oh, you thought I was dead, didn't ya? Gonna have to try harder than that. Hell sent me back, 'cause I was undercooked. You know, like, I'm so in for that game. I hope, like, story-wise, Shadow of Mordor, in my opinion. Look, I'm not a super fan of Lord of the Rings. I have enjoyed the films. I did read all 3 of the main series books when I was in middle school, but I'm not like a turbo fan. I'm the guy who bought the Silmarillion and got like 10 seconds in, and I was like, J.R.R. Tolkien, this is just the Old Testament, man. You're killing me. So, again, no, don't let me rain on your parade there, but the game itself was really fun. The story, I was like, it's a little samey, but the game itself, I was like, it was my number 2 game of 2014. What was my number 1 game? I don't remember, to be honest with you. Have to go back and take a look. Anyway, 2014? Yeah, that was an 014 jam. That's not how you say that number. Anyway. Yeah, so E3's over. It was, I mean, I wasn't there, but it was fun to be a part of it from home. I honestly think that's the ideal way to experience a convention like that. Don't get me wrong. We went to E3 last year and I had a great time. I liked being there and it felt like I was part of the industry. But, like, if you've never been to a convention, I think that there's, like, a little bit of, like, group psychosis that goes on. That's like, you have to go to this. Oh, you haven't been to PAX, you have to go to PAX. And for some people, I think that is true. I think it's like not necessarily a life-changing experience, but a whole heck of a lot of fun. And it is. But like at the same time, being at home watching the E3 conferences like in a comfortable spot with a cup of coffee, and then like being able to go like, it looks like garbage, you know, and not have to answer to anybody because I'm being a jerk, was really nice. And then to be like, you know, I don't really want to see that conference tomorrow. I'll catch the VOD and just sleep in. And then, you know, do some streams instead. That's the superior way to experience the convention for me. PAX is like a little different. PAX is about being out there, you know, about seeing stuff that you've never heard of before, seeing how it's progressing and stuff like that. E3, though, where they're like, here's the trailer for, you know, Peggy 18. You know, what's it gonna be? You know, you could just mainline that stuff at home and be fine. I think, at least. I don't know if we're gonna make Boss Rush. It's a weird run because it's like really good. That's so helpful. It's really good, but it's not quite like there yet. That might take it there. I mean, it's still great here. What's weird is that whenever I see Dark Prince's Crown, I'm like, I gotta take it. My brain, I know exactly what it is. I'm not confused about it. It's that my brain is wired from previous Isaac play to always want a 2-heart item. To always, because I think it's been a good shorthand until Dark Prince's Crown. Very rarely there will be a 2-heart item you don't want. I think the only other situation that I can think of right now is when you have the ability to fly and then they try to give you like Lord of the Pit or Spirit of the Night when you have it already. So my brain is taking these shorthands and I gotta be like, no, brain, relax. It's Dark Prince's Crown. I don't know why I'm doing it in the Murray voice from Flight of the Conchords. Brit, it's just a tears upgrade. It's not worth 2 hearts, Brit. It's not even a good accent. It's almost racist, Brit. But it can't stop now. Again, it's, you know, you in Europe, you have the Schengen agreement, right? Where it's like, no matter where you're from, no matter what you did, and no matter who you are, as long as you love me, you can travel, you know, open borders in Europe, basically. We have the same thing, but it's a nested agreement within that called the Commonwealth Agreement, which means that any Commonwealth countries can do accents of any other Commonwealth countries without it being racist. Because we're all cool, man. We're all cool with one another. You can make fun of Canada. I've done this bit before, but there's this... People think they're being so freaking hilarious. Daniel Radcliffe has this soundbite. I don't begrudge him, because, you know, he's doing 12 interviews a day for the release of Harry Potter 200 or something, right? But he has this soundbite. He's like, if you really want to aggravate a Canadian, when they talk about hockey, say, do you mean ice hockey? It's like, actually, the only aggravating thing is that you've been going through life thinking you're some kind of, like, the Joker-esque supervillain for your social engineering. Because you say that to any Canadian, they'd be like, yeah, ice hockey. So anyway, I saw Gretzky in his final game in Madison Square Garden, eh? And it was, you know, oh, I got him real good. I've undermined his confidence in his national identity. Also, Daniel Radcliffe is an Australian stereotype now. Apparently. Anyway. It's not that offensive. I ended this bit exactly the same way last time, I guarantee it. If you actually want to aggravate a Canadian, tell him the United States won the War of 1812. But it would be better if you just hinted at it. If you went like, hey, don't get too riled up there, I'll kick your ass like we did in the War of 1812, huh, buddy? You know, they will actually... use that one sparingly, because they will lose their minds. I would lose my mind. It's a great part of the national identity in Canada that Canada beat the United States the only time we've ever had direct conflict, even though Canada was not a country at the time. It was Britain versus the U.S., and it was a tie, but... And I say, it hurts me to say it, because it... Again, it's part of the Canadian national identity. We missed Boss Rush by like 8 seconds. Oh well. That's how you rile up, that's how you rile up a Canadian. How do you rile up an American? Oh, geez. Let me count the ways. Am I right, Commonwealth brethren? But I think the obvious one, and it's a lie, is to suggest that, like, America is backwards when it comes to food. Like, hey, listen, buddy. You can insult our defense budget, and our politics, and our people, the way we live our lives, our economy, our attitudes, but do not insult American cuisine. And it's true. First off, anybody insulting any of that is being needlessly generalistic. Every country's got its problems. It's not to say that, you know, I'm not drawing a false equivalency necessarily. I'm just, you know, people, they find one thing to criticize and they go, you know, X is stupid because of Y. And you're like, see me after class, that's an F. You just got an F on your essay. That's not good enough. Well, actually, every country has its problems. A+. Congratulations, you're valedictorian. You've nailed it. No, but I hate seeing people rag on America for food, man. Josh's dad on Twitter just posted a picture, literally earlier today, of some American Tex-Mex that he's getting, and I was like, that's delicious. America, you knock it out of the park with cuisine. Is it cuisine that is stolen from other countries? Nah, son. You nodded your head, and I faked you out. It's cuisine that was brought over from other countries because of America's welcoming spirit. Pizza. Wait a minute. Pizza might actually be an Italian invention. Is that the one where I got... People were really mad at me once because I was like... Pizza seems like an American invention. I got, like, people that were like, you've never said anything more ignorant than this. I thought pizza was, like... In Italy, they had, like, margherita flatbread. And then somebody from Italy, you know, came through Ellis Island and opened up their own flatbread shop. And then, like, a guy named Pizza came in and was like, you should put some pepperoni on this. And then he's like, that gives me a great idea. That one might be a little bit offensive. But I know Rob, so it's okay. That doesn't make it okay, but I'm going to deflect and move on, much like the Great One. Apparently, it's actually just a straight-up Italian invention. It's one of those things where, like, you think... If you got asked where in this country pizza was invented, you'd be like, it can't be what is Italy. That's too easy. It's obviously a trick question. And you end up making yourself look like an idiot because you overthought it. But it is Italy, apparently. Like, America knocks it out of the park for food. Food that's terrible for you? Sure. But also food that's good for you. Great salads, you know? Raw fish. Americanized sushi. And people get real snobby about sushi, too. It sounds like I've scripted this whole bit. And okay, now we flow into the sushi part of the bit. No, but... people rag on Americanized sushi. I guarantee you straight up, I probably eat more sushi than like 98% of the people watching this video. If you're like, oh, I don't think so, sir. I eat sushi once a month. We're like a once a week family here. Maybe 6 times a month. Sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more. And I've had like high caliber sushi in Japan, and Vancouver has some of the best like cheap sushi on planet Earth as far as I'm concerned, at least from the places I've been. So, like, I'm speaking from a place of experience. Look, ever since I started doing this YouTube thing full time, I've probably put on like 25 pounds. You're arguing with a dude who loves to sit and eat in this situation. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Americanized sushi has got it going on. I can get down with the, oh, Jiro dreams of sushi. He spent 1,200 years of his lifetime learning how to slice this little piece of tuna belly off, and then, oh, it's melt in your mouth delectable. I can get down with that. I'm a snob. Then at the same time, sometimes I'm just like, hey, could you put like a whole deep fried, like chicken katsu on that roll and then slather it in barbecue sauce? And they're like, I have you covered. No problem. Anyway, these episodes that get nationalistic, it becomes a problem. It can become a problem, I should say. Oh yeah, good one. Just turned a potentially half-decent teleport card into a single spirit heart we couldn't even pick up. And the spirit heart was the better version of the payout. Every country's got strengths, every country's got weaknesses. It's not my easy way out. It's actually my way of being like, I can't afford to have an opinion on every country on Earth because I haven't lived in every country on Earth. I've lived in Canada for 27 years of my life. I lived in South Korea for 1 year of my life. I have opinions on South Korea, both positive and negative, but even those opinions come from like a place of ignorance because I lived my whole life or my whole life there, at least in this bubble of being like, I don't belong here. Like, I'm an outsider. You might be like, well, you could assimilate. Yeah, but, like, kids on the street stop speaking Korean when they see you, and they go, hello, and you go, okay, so that's how I know that this isn't my country. You get over it quick, I guess. I think I told this story once before, but it's good enough to tell again. And this only happened one time. I'm not suggesting it's an unfriendly place to live, but one time in South Korea, my friend and I were on... I mean, it's relevant to the story. He's white. We were on the subway. We're the only white people on the subway. And then we were just talking. Not particularly loudly, because we knew the cultural mores. Just, you know, quietly having a conversation. And we see a well-dressed young Korean gentleman go to get off the subway. And, you know, it's approaching its station, and he's looking at us. He's got, like, a big smile on his face. And I'm like, I don't know what this guy's deal is, but he seems friendly, and that's okay with me. You know, you get into situations sometimes people... I've had, straight up, by this time in South Korea, I'd had, like, 60, 70-year-old guys come up to me and then just, like, salute. They thought I was American, I guess, and they were showing respect for American involvement in the Korean War. Not that Canada wasn't involved anyway, but I'm assuming, you know, they don't look at me and go, oh, that guy's Canadian. Anyway, so I've had all sorts of weird interactions at this point. That's actually heartfelt, but you get the idea. So I don't know, this guy's gonna open up with a conversation about, you know, the one time he went to Toronto or something like that. how do you feel about the Maple Leafs, you know? Instead, when the doors open, he looks at us, and he flips us 2 middle fingers, and he says, "Why are you hiding, white?" And then the next word is an anti-gay slur. And then we just sort of looked at him, and we're like, I'm not gonna fight Hush with 4 cents. That's sad. We just sort of looked at each other like I'm pretty sure he's talking to us. You know, he did use the W word. And then we're just like, sorry? And he goes, "Why are you hiding, white? You know. And then we just didn't really respond, because I'm not about to get in a fist fight with this homophobe on the, you know, a foreign subway. That's gonna look bad optics-wise, especially when he kicks my ass. But then the doors closed, and he was just like laughing maniacally, like he got us. And I mean, in a way, I guess he sort of did. Although, I mean, I hope he's dead. NL, that's mean. Just because he was a terrible, racist homophobe in public doesn't mean you should wish he was dead. Oh yeah, you're the bigger man in this situation for sure. No, I wish that dude. I hope he died. Okay. Anyway, the point is, that only happened once, but it's a funny story. I think of that story time to time. We just sat on the train. We had like 3 more stops to go. It sapped all the energy out of the rest of our day. And I don't blame them, because this has happened on the Vancouver transit on occasion, where, like, you know, someone who's lost their minds will single somebody out and be like, you know, just like bully them basically verbally, but you're like, but they're not all there, so like it's just they're harmless, they're just really rude. And everybody just sits there. But definitely we were just sitting there, we're like just looking at each other like, is anybody gonna say anything? I don't expect them to apologize for this dude. It's not like they said it, but like, you know, it's kind of an uncomfortable situation, and everyone's just looking at us. I think back on that moment time to time, as my first the dawn of my manhood. Is also when I realized I was gay. At first, I was like, this guy's way wrong, and then I looked at my friend, and I was like, oh, come on, you just pull your pants off. No, this is I'm a happily married man. I don't know why I said that with a sigh. I think it's because I'm recovering from the story. There's like residual shock there. Anyway, what do we got here? The world. He's got the whole world in a card. This run is weird because it's fast, but also like not really that good. It's just sort of okay. I also feel like I've been cursed with something almost the whole time. Either way, though, it's gonna be win 10, and it was fun, and I think we had some good laughs and gaffes over the course of it, you know? And it just goes to show you, like, I worry that people judge a country too much because of 1 or 2 interactions. If that was your first day in South Korea, and you were only going there for, like, 5 days, you would have been, like, you would have come back and been like, people there are really racist. But, like, that was literally the only time I had an interaction like that. And I didn't at all let it color my experience. Although I was like 2 months away from leaving the country at the time, and I was like, thank God. At least if somebody, you know, insults me in my native language, or, well, that was my native language. That's what bothers me the most, is that he actually, like, localized his hatred to make it more accessible for me. It's like, the worst part, actually, and we laughed about this at the time, is like, his English is really good. It's like, he knows the slang, and his pronunciation is perfect. His English teacher must have been fantastic. Maybe a little bit on the, you know, rough and tumble side, but still. It was the ultimate irony. It's like, this guy's insulting us while simultaneously we're like marveling at the masterpiece that was his instructor. Anyway. Good times. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. That's the deal. If you did enjoy the episode, the like click helps out a great deal. Subscribe. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat that sentence over and over, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.